Assalamu alaikum. I'm joined here in Pakistan television studios by United States Ambassador to Pakistan, His Excellency, Mr. Cameron Munter. This is Ambassador's first television interaction after the end of the Raymond Davis affair. Or has it really ended? A very warm welcome to you, Ambassador.
Thank you very much, and it's very kind of you to have me here. I'll take issue with one thing that you've said, which is that my interaction has been continual, and the interaction of America with Pakistan is continual. We're committed to this relationship, and even in the days of the Raymond Davis case and the tough time we've had, we've been committed and worked with you. And what I'd like to mention today is I've been here almost 6 months, and I am happier to be here today than I was when I arrived. I've met fabulous people. I've seen great things. Your country is a fabulous place. Just today, my wife is up on the hills on an Earth Day initiative with Pakistanis, cleaning up the environment, because Americans and Pakistanis work together on those kinds of things, even in the Margalla Hills. It's a beautiful place and a place I'm happy to be. So with that start, let's go.
But Ambassador, thank you. It was expected that with the release of Raymond Davis, the temperatures will come down, and we also know that in no unclear terms, no uncertain terms, Pakistan's intelligence community played this role in the release of the Raymond Davis. But since then we have seen there is in fact a latching up, there is an increase in rhetoric. I mean, it's quite unexpected. Why it's happening?
I think that what we have to do is understand what really has happened since the release of Raymond Davis, and why we are at a point where we're actually building the relationship back in a number of key areas. We're re-engaging. We had a very successful visit from your intelligence chief, Mr. General Pasha, to the United States, where he had a very productive meeting with our director, Director Panetta. We had Admiral Mullen here. We have a series of visitors, our Speaker of our House. We don't have this level of contact with foreign countries with hardly anyone else in the world. So this is working well, and we're engaging on a number of key issues.
But Ambassador, we expected that General Pasha, the ISI chief, would actually stay in DC, would meet Robert Gates, would stay there for 2 or 3 days. He arrives there on Sunday evening, meets Leon Panetta, and then returns back the next day. I mean, it has not been interpreted very positively here.
I would ask you to talk to General Pasha about that, because my understanding was his goal was to come and have a long and relaxed meeting with Director Panetta, lunch with Admiral Mullen. He had that, and he described it to me as positive.
But let's come back to the Raymond Davis thing. It was expected that, given the nature of things that happened, violence, double murder, a third accident death, the CIA would actually be a little embarrassed, would actually be on defensive. There'll probably be things move in that direction. Instead of being on defensive, we find CIA and Pentagon attacking and going on a front foot offensive against Pakistan's intelligence community. I mean, look at this when Mullen comes over here. This is Pakistan's paper of record, Dawn. Mullen launches a diatribe against ISI. Then look at the Tribune, which is a very liberal paper, which says Mullen's fence spending visit strikes sore note. Look at Pakistan Today. It says Pakistan-US relations remain on knife edge. And then the news, well, you can say news is not very liberal, but Mullen admits lack of trust in Pakistan-US relationship. I mean, all this is not very helpful. I mean, this really wrenches up.
No, it's true. What the press says is sometimes an interpretation that I simply don't agree with. You know, good friends talk bluntly to each other, and Mullen is a good friend of Pakistan. He has been here more than 20 times, maybe almost 30 times. He talks straightforwardly. He's got a good relationship, had a long dinner with General Kiani. That's what we need to do. We need to have these kinds of talks where we're not just talking about whether or not it is described as a diatribe. This is an emotional word. We're talking about people who are friends, who talk clearly with each other, and who are building and launching, renewing the relationship that we've had for a long time.
But Ambassador, in the last couple of weeks, you have been going to different places, and you have asked everybody to lower down the temperature. You have asked to reduce the harsh rhetoric. Mm-hmm. But here we see a key U.S. Chairman, Joint Chiefs of Staff, comes up and ratchets up the temperature. I mean, the temperature is definitely up. I've shown you the evidence. I mean, this is Pakistan's main newspapers. I mean, these are English newspapers, not to talk of the Urdu newspapers.
Right.
So does it make your job helpful? I mean, is he helping you, or is he making it difficult for you?
It's always helpful when someone comes here, and if you look at the transcript of what he said, and I sat in with him and I heard what he said, he talked about his respect for Pakistan, his commitment to the long-term relation with Pakistan, his his long-term hopes for how we can work together and the tasks that we face together. This was the substance of everything he said. That may not have been what these newspapers picked up, but that was the essence of what he said. That always helps when a key American comes here and reiterates our respect for your sovereignty, our respect for what you have achieved, our common fight against terror, and how we want to work in the
We
force.
expected after the Raymond Davis affair, we also heard that the CIA contractors that are everywhere in Pakistan, they'll probably be scaled down, they'll be returned. There's some sort of agreement on that, but now we hear that Mullen and the Panetta have totally rejected that. The CIA operators, the CIA contractors will be here.
I don't know where you get your information, but I would refer you to General Pasha and his discussions with Director Panetta, which were fruitful, respectful, and really made progress on the common agenda that we have in fighting the people who want to attack Americans, who want to attack Pakistanis, who want to bring war to your country, and that we all want to make sure it doesn't happen.
But Ambassador, what is the future of the CIA contractors in Pakistan?
That is, what is the future of the CIA contractors in Pakistan? The relationship of the intel services is something that Panetta and Pasha work out.
Your government and your embassy is not adjusting to the fact, neither the State Department, nor the CIA, nor the Pentagon, you're not adjusting to the fact that this is not General Musharraf's Pakistan anymore. It is a democratic, it's deep, it's plural,